During the More to Move You sales event at Team Mazda, you can get 0% financing for 72 months on a new Mazda CX-50 or get $2,000 customer cash on a new Mazda CX-5. You choose your vehicle and the savings are yours at Baton Rouge's Mazda dealer, Team Mazda.
Monday morning.
Is your coffee hot or cold today? Hey, Elfie.
A
leg perched up on it, too. She's getting real comfortable, making her way around the studio. Look at that.
That is perilous.
That's very...
I mean, careful up there.
Yeah.
That's a large fall.
Look for. Yep. Wow. Always watching you, Johnny. Always
watching. Krasowski.
That's creepy.
What? Yeah, they
That's
are.
the purpose.
That's creepier than me.
Don't. I don't know about that. Exactly.
That's too easy for even you.
So the Christmas decorations have begun apparently around here, huh? How about y'all? Y'all
Yeah,
got them around?
absolutely.
Yeah, got them up.
I don't know, might be taking a back seat this year.
No, none of that. No.
Because I was like, okay, if I didn't do it Thanksgiving, and I've got less time to enjoy it. Last year I did it before Thanksgiving to maximize the time to have it all.
Right, now
but then you got to pull it out of storage, and it's a whole to-do.
Yeah.
Is it bad if I don't decorate?
No,
I've set out little mini Christmas trees and little deer that stay up year round.
Yeah.
That's the extent of my decor this year.
There you go. Yeah, we actually did the tree. I've got to do the outside stuff now too.
Really? That's
You gonna put
magical.
lights up?
Yeah, on the outside. I haven't done that yet. That's going to be this week, but we did everything on the inside.
Did you do that last year? Do you all have the nails in the thing? Or
I use clips actually.
Okay.
I clip it to the shingles, and then when I'm done, I just I tug the whole thing, and it just comes right down.
Efficient.
Genius.
There you go.
That's the way
I
to
can
do
take
it.
it down in like 5 minutes.
That's the way to do it.
That's the way to do it.
Really?
I had a neighbor of mine in the neighborhood. I just was Saturday. I just heard Christmas music, like blaring, like Christmas music. I'm like, what's going on? I walk down to the edge of the driveway. I look over, and he's out decorating the outside. He's got the Christmas music going. He's got everything ready to go. I'm like, that's inspiring.
Yes.
I mean, it didn't inspire me. I didn't do it.
The idea of it sounds great.
It was amazing. It was
yes.
great. It was great. It's
There's a follow-up story with Jared. He's got a roof leak because he's got some shingles missing. He's got some shingles missing.
Yeah.
Shingles are okay.
Oh, you know
I
it,
assure
Dad.
you that. But you know, something else cool that we did. We found a neighborhood. We just stumbled onto this neighborhood that was illuminated, and big sign says, "Turn to this radio station." You put the radio station on.
Yeah.
It was so cool. We sat there for like 30 minutes, and these houses were all beautifully in sync to so many cool. So that's the best. Like when you can do that. Yeah.
I
That's
love
really
that. Okay.
So hopefully you get the opportunity to take part in some of that as we move towards Christmas. This week would be a good time to maybe get out and do some decorating. Certainly here in South Louisiana, it looks like you've got us ready to go.
Yeah, because finally we don't have to worry about rain. We
Yeah.
don't have to slip and slide off the roof or anything like that. At least, you know, be careful. Those ladders, man.
Yeah.
They get tough, I'll tell you. Let's get a live look outside. Not the prettiest of starts, although it's not a bad looking shot at Grand Isle. And as a matter of fact, even though we're cloudy right now, we're going to see more sunshine later on in the day. It's only going to stay cloudy, I'd say, for the next couple of hours. Behind the front now, that's sweeping on out of here. Did it feel warm to you yesterday? Yeah, 69 degrees. And I think because last week was so cold that 69 actually felt warm. You didn't need the jacket or anything. I would say maybe the light jacket for today. We're not going to budge much. We're going to start in the 50s, end that way, but we will have decreasing clouds, and finally we'll get a little more sunshine later in the day. We do have a couple of chilly nights in store, no freezes, but we're going to have 30s as we get to this time tomorrow. So tomorrow morning is going to be a lot colder, and we are going to be mainly dry this week. That's okay. With all the rain that we had last week, we could use a few days off. Mainly in the low to mid 50s across the area. Temperatures now that we're at the 7 a.m. hour beginning to level off, and there goes the back edge of the rain that moved through earlier this morning. So we had some rain overnight. I'm sure you knew about that. The cold front moved through. Now it's changing over to all kinds of wintry weather in between Charlotte up to Richmond in the mountain terrain of West Virginia. So winter over there is a firm grip. Over here, we're going to be cool today, not too cold. And then you see that relatively drier, stable air moving in higher up in the atmosphere. And it looks like our cloud cover will begin to dissipate. Will actually become mostly sunny in the afternoon. The graph showing it here. And then high temperatures, they want to take us into the upper 50s. I agree, upper 50s, that'll be about it. And then a very cold night in store. This time tomorrow, we're going to wake up to around 35 in the Baton Rouge area. There could be a light freeze or two the farther off to the north you go. Then we'll fast forward all the way to the end of the week because we really don't have any rain chances between now and then. But even when we have this stalled out front kind of meandering around our area, it's not really going to cause much of a stir. And in fact, our rain chances are low. Our rain amounts in the forecast are very low. Look at the Baton Rouge area and down to the south. I would say maybe a trace to less than 1/4 of an inch all 7 days put together. So after the wet weather we had last week, we look forward to a drier week this week. For today, again, we'll get more and more sun as the the afternoon wears on. I'm only going with a high of about 57 though, so keep that light jacket handy, and then you can switch it up to the coat for tonight because the overnight low is going to be down to 35. So we don't have to prep for a freeze in the Baton Rouge area, but you may want to take care of pets and plants, maybe move some pets indoors if you want to do that. Temperatures getting around the low 70s though later in the week, so we're going to ride that roller coaster over the next couple of days. But again, over the next 7, barely any chance of rain. I'm sure you're not going to complain about that. 7:07, make it 7:08. Johnny A., how are the roads?
It's starting to get a little busy coming out of Denham Springs this morning. Our usual little spot where we start to see our early morning traffic start to break tap a little bit right there at the Pete's Highway and onto Range, and then right past Forage Club Road into East Baton Rouge Parish, you're okay. And then past O'Neill toward Millerville, that slows down again as you get to closer to the Millerville Road area. By the time you get to Sherwood and Airline on your way toward Jefferson Drusilla, it does get a lot better. So here is I-12 and facing Pete's Highway. You see that right there. And on the right shoulder of the road underneath the Pete's Highway overpass, have a little activity going on. And then there's Millerville Road on top of the interstate facing back toward O'Neill. And then past this shot, this I-12 westbound traffic does slow down past O'Neill. You're looking at about 22 minutes coming in from Denham Springs right now, and the rest of your drive looks pretty much okay. It is WAFB 9 News Now on our streaming platform. Check out all the things we have available to you on streaming platform because a lot of it you can't see on TV right here. Liz and Matt next.
Folks, welcome back to it. Following a few things for you today that you may want to be paying attention to, including something out of New Orleans, Liz. The Drug Enforcement Agency, actually the lead investigator, the special agent in charge of DEA, along with other state and local officials, a bit of a news conference. Why? Updating all of us on some of their efforts in the New Orleans area making arrests the fight against drugs.
Could this be a move in transparency? Well, we'll find out at 10 o'clock this morning. As Matt mentioned, it is a multi-agency press conference as they target high-level drug traffickers in the area. We're expecting to find out some possible drug traffickers with perhaps some Mexican cartel ties. This is coming along with new data on overdose deaths in the New Orleans area. So we'll keep you updated on that today, later at 9 News at noon. You know, there's another story we're keeping our eyes on, including the immigration efforts and the crackdown, Operation Catahoula Crunch. In the wave of that, as we enter our second week, the Diocese of Baton Rouge Bishop Michael Duca shared a statement about how he's tracking attendance.
So making it not required. Ideally, you know, if you are a believer, you want to go to the place, the spot, right? We always talk about, though, church not a building, it's people. And so he's making sure that they understand that you have a way to still be a part of this. Attendance not required because he understands people are fearful. Some are fearful. You can read the full message to his parishioners at the website, WAFB.com, your 9 News app if you'd like to. But again, this all has to do with Operation Catahoula Crunch and the wave of arrests potentially happening in South Louisiana. Speaking of South Louisiana, I want to get you out west into St. Landry Parish because there's an inmate on the run. Liz, 3 inmates actually broke out of the St. Landry Parish jail.
The last one we're looking for now. You just saw his photo. That's 24-year-old Keith Eli was one of 3 inmates that escaped from the St. Landry Parish Jail last week. 2 of the other photos that you see here, they are no longer being sought after. One of them was recaptured on Friday. The other was found with a self-inflicted gunshot wound at a home he had been hiding out at. Now, the sheriff called attention to the facility here, the jail facility, but you had the parish president of St. Landry saying that there is no issue with the jail. So as the search continues, we'll keep you updated on the whereabouts. Perhaps if you happen to see Eli, Crime Stopper is asking you to go ahead and call 911.
Yeah, it's the easiest number to dial up.
Please.
Get your information in the right place. Speaking of keeping you in the know, it's that time of year. Look, your packages can be thieved right off your porch at any time, but you know darn well, come the holidays, you got more packages being delivered, and those porch pirates or those vestibule villains, they're out there. Now, Matt was talking with BRPD about ways to potentially push back against that.
So you know all the typical routes, right? Like if you have a P.O. box, send your package
Sure,
there.
yeah. Oh,
if
yeah.
you know you have the package that's worth a lot, go ahead and wait for it to be a signed delivery item. BRPD says that every tip they get from the Real-Time Crime Center on porch pirates or vestibule villains helps them kind of lead the search for these people. In fact, if you are committed of this crime, it is a felony charge.
Yeah, that's
so
real.
if you can help these local law enforcement track them down, submit your tips. You can always do that through the P3 app. You can also call it into Crime Stoppers.
Yeah. Hey, happening a little bit later on this morning, how about this? The lighting of the Veterans Memorial Tree there. City Hall, Baton Rouge. This is the second year in a row we've done this, Liz.
It's the Holiday Heroes Christmas tree. If you'd like to take part in that today, perhaps you have an active duty service member or a veteran that's going to be on that tree, make your way to the Baton Rouge City Hall.
That's really cool.
At 11 o'clock this morning. It really is a feat to see because every name, every branch of service is honored in that tree. And these are local service members we're talking about. Every opportunity we can say thank you in person is the way to do it. How special is that?
I know the colors of the season are the red and green, but that red, white, and blue up there, understanding what that means, what that tree means, the ability to light it and bring a little bit more recognition to those who have served. Good
Please
moment.
and
Good
thank you.
moment.
Not
yes.
only to them, but their families
Yes,
too.
absolutely. Oh, the families, absolutely.
Yes, indeed. Well, Jared, as folks make their way to 11, they won't need an umbrella today.
Nope,
Perhaps
no, they
a
didn't.
light coat.
Yeah, just the light jacket because we're going to be hanging in the 50s throughout the day, but not too bad.
No.
And after the really wet, busy week we had last week, we deserve this. This is going to be much drier, much nicer, and we're going to warm up later in the week too. You know, guys, I asked before, I didn't want to put it on the spot. We've been talking about Catahoula Crunch, and I was wondering where Catahoula came from, and then I learned it's a dog.
It's right.
And
It's the hound. It's the state dog.
It's the state dog.
Yeah, state
so
dog.
I didn't even know that there was a state dog.
We got to state everything down
Is there
here.
a state cat?
That's a
shouldn't
good
be.
question.
If there's a state dog, it's a legitimate
is
question.
a
And I
legitimate
nominate
question.
Mufasa, if there is one. If there
That's
is
Matt's
one.
cat. Yeah.
Matt's cat.
Toyotathon has arrived at Team Toyota. Don't miss your opportunity to get our lowest prices of the year with our lowest payments of the year during our biggest sale of the year. Save thousands on every new Toyota right now during Toyotathon at Team Toyota, I-12 at O'Neill.